me tell you something. Very few men understand this. Have you ever felt like your relationship has lost that spark? Maybe you wake up one morning and realize, where did it go? The intimacy, the connection, the feeling that you're both in this together. It's just not the same, is it? I know you're thinking, but I'm older now. What do you expect? Intimacy is for the young, right? Wrong. Intimacy after 60 doesn't have to disappear. It doesn't just fade away because your body changes or because you're not physically as active as you once were. Intimacy can grow deeper, more meaningful, and more fulfilling than ever before, if you know the secret. I've heard it 1,000 times from couples who've been together for decades. They don't realize it's gone until it's almost too late. But the truth is, there's a quiet killer in many long-term relationships, and it's not what you think. It's not about how many times you have sex or whether you still feel physically attracted to each other. It's about connection. Emotional intimacy is the secret sauce that keeps the love alive, no matter how many years you've been together. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. The truth behind maintaining intimacy as you grow older. I'll be honest, it's not going to be easy, but if you follow these steps, you'll get that connection back. So let me ask you, do you feel emotionally connected to your partner? Or are you just roommates who share a bed and a few passing words? I'm going to tell you exactly how to turn that around. All right, here's the dirty truth. Most men don't even realize they're making this huge mistake in their relationships, and it's killing their intimacy. And no, it's not about lack of sex or losing attraction. It's much deeper than that. I want you to listen closely. The problem isn't about what you're doing wrong in bed. It's about the disconnect that happens when you stop emotionally engaging with your partner. When you stop sharing your feelings, your thoughts, your real self, and I'm talking about everything. I had a conversation with Paul and Sarah the other day. They've been married for 35 years. Sarah told me, at some point, I realized we were just existing. We stopped really talking. We were roommates. We didn't argue, but we didn't really connect either. It was like we were just passing time together. Now, I know Paul loves her. He's always been a good man, a good provider. But here's the thing. He got comfortable. He thought, we're good. We don't fight. We're fine. But what he didn't realize was that he wasn't emotionally present anymore. They had stopped talking about anything deeper than what's for dinner or who's picking up the grandkids. Let me tell you this, because it's crucial. You cannot have true intimacy if you're not emotionally invested. If you don't make time to listen, talk, and engage in your partner's world, then intimacy, true, meaningful intimacy, isn't going to happen. And this is the silent intimacy killer, the thing most men don't even notice until it's too late. You're probably thinking, but we still have sex. We're still living together. That's all well and good, but it's not enough. Sex is just the tip of the iceberg. If you don't share your feelings, if you don't really listen to each other, if you're not emotionally engaged, you're slowly growing apart. Think about it. How much have you really talked with your partner lately? I mean, really talked. About your fears, your dreams, your emotions. Not just what happened during the day, but what's happening inside. Have you shared your real self lately? Or have you just been going through the motions? Tip 3, keep trying new things. Don't fall into a rut. Here's the thing. Intimacy after 60 is about reinvention, not resignation. You cannot let the routine of life kill the spark. If you're still doing the same things you did 10, 20, 30 years ago, it's time to shake things up. Take Joan and Richard, who've been together for 40 years. They told me, a few years ago, we realized we were just doing the same old thing, watching TV, going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time. No excitement, no fun. We weren't growing together. We were just getting older together. Now they've completely turned things around. Joan says, we started doing things we'd never done before, like taking a cooking class together or doing a wine tasting weekend. It sounds silly, but those small changes have brought us closer than ever. I don't care how old you are. You need to keep experimenting. Try new things together, whether it's something as simple as cooking a new recipe or planning an impromptu weekend getaway. It doesn't matter what it is. Just do something different. When you and your partner are growing together, trying new things, and creating new memories, you're going to feel more connected, and that's when intimacy thrives. So tip 3, start exploring again. Do something new with your partner, something that excites both of you. That's how you keep the intimacy alive. Tip 4, don't let your bodies stop you. Embrace what you have now. Let's talk about a sensitive topic, physical changes. As we age, our bodies change. Things don't work like they used to. You might not have the stamina or energy you once had, but that doesn't mean you're done. Far from it. I know what you're thinking. My partner doesn't look the same anymore. I don't look the same anymore. Guess what? That's totally normal. But don't let your physical appearance or ability stop you from connecting. You are not a number on a scale, and neither is your partner. Take George and Patricia, for example. They've been together for 60 years. They're both in their 80s now, but they still find ways to connect intimately, even though their physical bodies have changed. George told me, I may not be able to do the things I used to in bed, but that doesn't mean I don't love Patricia with all my heart. We've just found new ways to connect. We kiss, we hold each other, we make each other feel good. It's not about being young, it's about being present. Don't let physical changes be an excuse. Instead of letting your body stop you from connecting, embrace what you have. Find new ways to love each other in ways that feel right for you and your partner now. So, tip 4, don't let age or physical changes stop you. Intimacy is about connection, not performance. Embrace the changes and love each other for who you are now. Tip 5, communicate like it's the first time. Speak your truth, finally. If you want to truly maintain intimacy as you get older, you have to talk. Really talk. So many couples assume that they know everything about each other. But the reality is, people change, and their needs change too. And if you're not talking openly about how you feel, you're missing out on so much. I'll tell you about Betty and Bob. They've been married for 55 years. Betty said, there was a time we stopped talking about what we needed, especially in our physical relationship. I thought he should just know. I thought things should be easy. But we started having serious conversations about our needs and desires, and it changed everything. It wasn't just about physical intimacy. It was about emotional intimacy too. You have to keep talking about everything. Share your thoughts, your desires, your fears, and your expectations. It's never too late to learn something new about each other. When you communicate openly, you create a space where both partners feel safe, heard, and understood. And that's where intimacy lives, in the vulnerability, the truth, and the connection that comes from honest conversations. Tip 5. Speak your truth. No more assumptions, no more guessing. Talk openly about what you need, what makes you feel loved, and what you desire. This will strengthen your connection in ways you never thought possible. Actionable takeaways. For tip 3, try something new together. Whether it's a new hobby or a weekend getaway, make an effort to keep things fresh. This will help maintain that emotional bond. For tip 4, embrace the physical changes and focus on the connection that goes beyond performance. Love your partner for who they are now. For tip 5, communicate openly with your partner about your feelings, needs, and desires. It will help you reconnect on a deeper level. Reignite the intimacy. It's never too late. You've heard me talk about emotional intimacy, the importance of physical touch, and the need to keep growing together. But here's the thing. Intimacy is a choice. You have to choose it every day, even after decades together. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, we've been together so long, it's not the same anymore. We're just not as close as we used to be. But that doesn't have to be your story. It doesn't have to be the end of the line for your relationship. You have the power to change it, to bring the spark back, even if you felt disconnected for years. Take Bill and Janet, for example. They've been married for 60 years. They'll tell you that their relationship has gone through many phases, but the key to their success? They never stop trying. Bill says, even now we make sure we do something new every week, whether it's watching a new movie, taking a walk in the park, or just talking over a cup of coffee. We keep things fresh, and that keeps us connected. Here's the thing. Intimacy isn't about trying to go back to what you had when you were younger. It's about moving forward together. It's about embracing the changes that come with age and making the conscious decision to stay emotionally engaged, physically present, and emotionally connected. Love doesn't stop at 60. It gets better. Love doesn't die with age. Intimacy doesn't stop when you hit 60, 70, 80. In fact, it can get better. The more you listen, connect, and appreciate each other, the more you'll see that intimacy evolves. It grows deeper, more meaningful, and more fulfilling. You don't have to lose that connection just because the years go by. If you feel disconnected right now, it's not the end. It's just a wake-up call. There's still time to rebuild. You don't need a dramatic change to turn things around. Just small, consistent efforts to stay connected emotionally, to keep the physical touch alive, and to keep discovering new things about each other. Take Sam and Ruth, a couple I spoke to recently. They've been together for 45 years, and they'll tell you they don't have the same physical energy they did when they were in their 30s, but their emotional intimacy is stronger than ever. Ruth said, "We don't make a big deal about it. We just talk every day. We share how we feel, how we're doing, and we laugh a lot. That's what keeps us close. So whether it's talking more, touching more, or trying something new together, just know that you have the power to change things. It's not too late to bring intimacy back into your relationship. You deserve it. It's all about small steps. One day at a time. I want you to understand something. Intimacy isn't a grand gesture. It's not about doing something huge to prove your love. It's the small moments that matter most. Those simple acts of love, Those conversations that start with, "How's your day going?" or "I'm here for you." These moments build the foundation of a relationship that lasts, that stays connected, no matter how many years have passed. Tip 1. Emotional intimacy is key. Start by listening, talking, and sharing more than just the basics. Get to know your partner all over again. You'd be surprised at how much you can still discover about each other. Tip 2. Keep physical touch alive. Don't let the physical side of your relationship become stagnant. Touch her hand, hug him, kiss each other goodnight. These small gestures create a sense of security, connection, and love. Tip 3. Keep things fresh. Try new things together. Whether it's a new hobby, a new place to visit, or even just a new conversation, keep your bond growing. Don't let familiarity become a barrier to connection. A final word of wisdom. You can reignite the spark, you know. After all the years, the one thing I've learned is that love is a constant effort, but it's also the most rewarding one you'll ever make. Intimacy is not just a feeling, it's a choice you make every day. No matter what stage you're at, no matter how long you've been together, you have the ability to reignite the spark. It's not about trying to be perfect, it's about being present. It's about looking at each other and saying, "I'm in this with you, and I'll keep showing up day after day." So here's my challenge for you. Take one step today. It can be a simple gesture. Start a conversation you've been avoiding. Hold their hand more. Share a laugh. Take that first step, and you'll see how intimacy can grow again. One small change can make a world of difference. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this has helped you see that intimacy doesn't stop when we get older. It evolves, and it's never too late to keep your love alive.